Let's talk about the Pisces New Moon eclipse on February 7th, and we're going to break down all zodiac signs and what it means for you, what you can expect in this energy. The eclipse it's a long way out. It's 18 degrees, so it's just about what we would consider an eclipse. Now, here's what that means. An eclipse, when it's super tight and close, can feel really intense. It's almost like it takes your current life that you're living and rips it away from you. That's what like a strong, tight eclipse does. But because this one is so far away, it just enters the range of an eclipse, it kind of like softly offers you the opportunity to let go of your old life. Softly offers you the opportunity to let go of your old identity. It just gives you that exit route that you can take. It just gives you that pathway of where you can tap into the Pisces energy and visualize a new life, a new beginning, a new version of yourself. Because every new moon brings forth a new beginning. It's like you planting a seed to manifest a new reality and to create that new reality based upon your imagination and your creative imagination with this Pisces energy. Pisces is very spiritual. So we're going to be tapping into our spirituality right now. And what does an eclipse mean? Well, an eclipse is when we're blocking out the light. So if we're turning off the lights, then we're almost like turning off the lights of the conscious awareness of your past. You know, when you're just constantly focused on the old version of yourself, or have you ever had a friend and the conversations that you have with that friend are always about the past, or they're always bringing up some past or some complaints or the person who you used to be, and they won't let you step into that new reality. Every time you try to step into that new reality, it's like, you've changed. You didn't used to be like this. You didn't used to be so spiritual. What's all this personal growth and self-development videos you're listening to? Ew. Let's go and get drunk and do fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just do ratchet shit. Like, some people want to like bring you back into your past. And I took it to the extreme in that case, just to make my point. But that's what we're doing. We're switching off the lights. We're turning off the lights to, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. Turning off the lights to our old reality, to our old identity, so that we can step into a new pathway. Now, I want to make you aware of something, just in case you get scared. Pisces energy it's very foggy and cloudy, which means that when you step into your new reality, you're not going to have all of the steps laid out. You're not going to have the whole plan laid out, because if the whole plan was laid out, if the whole pathway was laid out, it wouldn't be your pathway to walk. Because you're not creating that pathway, you're walking somebody else's pathway. You're not creating your new reality and your new life, you're walking somebody else's life. So you have to realize that keep on tapping into your own vision, keep on tapping into your own visualization, and stay in tune with that instead of focusing on somebody else's path. That's going to be the most important thing for you to realize, to keep on manifesting. So we're going to start with Pisces because it's Pisces energy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start with the Pisces gang. So Pisces, this new moon is going to be in your first house. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. This energy is going to be living in your first house, and this is for you to create a new identity, for you to visualize a new life. And it's also going to be your environment, like because that's where the identity is. Like, what about your environment do you need to let go and cleanse away? And with this energy of the South Node being in your 7th house, do you feel like there's something karmic about your relationships right now? Is there a partner that you need to let go of? Or is there a partner that is actually going to help you get to your destination and help you to realize your true self, help you to believe in yourself, and help you to recreate your identity and recreate who you're becoming? Because a lot of the times we look at the South Node and we think, this is just something we need to let go of and dash away. The South Node is the seed that becomes the fruit. So if you have to look at your relationships right now, Pisces, and realize, are your relationships toxic right now? Or do you need to let go of past habits in your relationship that are toxic so you can step into a relationship with somebody who helps you to move forward to your new identity? So this is like that balance in between the 1st house and the 7th house, between self and others. So in this energy, you need to step into the true realization of self and allow yourself to figure out, do you have limiting beliefs that are holding you back? When you imagine the dream version of yourself, who do you see? And what is holding you back from that? Are you feeling confused about what your identity truly is? Because now you're actually getting an opportunity to let go of the identity that other people are putting onto you by letting go of other people's expectations of who you should be, of who you are. So I want you to focus on your visualizations of the dream person that you want to be, your visualizations of the dream life that you want to live, and start walking your spiritual path. Now, you may find this difficult sometimes because other people are still expecting you to live up to their plans and their expectations of your life. And their plans and expectations are very kind of logical, rigid, and rational. But you need to step out of that logical, rigid, and rational identity right now and focus on being a more fluid version of yourself, which means you have to kind of surrender your old life, because you're stepping into a new beginning right now of where you're able to create your dream reality. And this is going to be really exciting for you, Pisces. So make sure that you're understanding what toxic patterns may be showing up in your relationship so you can let them go, and realize when somebody shows up in your life as a partner who can really be somebody that can help you to get to the next level. Because the South Node is not always bad and something that you need to let go of. It can sometimes be a vehicle to get you to the next level. And that vehicle will lead you to a better understanding of yourself, a more belief in yourself. Here's how you know. If you're aligned with somebody or connected with somebody who makes you believe in yourself, who makes you believe that you can accomplish your dreams, who makes you believe that you can recreate your identity and recreate yourself, and doesn't hold these limited, rigid expectations of you, then you're really on the right track in terms of your partnership. But if you're with a partner who is just bringing some toxic, limiting mentalities towards you, who makes you feel vulnerable in a negative way, who has controlling tendencies towards you, then this is something that you need to let go of so you can actually surrender and get back into a fluid state of where you truly believe in yourself. So this is what you need to focus on, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be happening in your 12th house and 6th house. And we're always having this balance in terms of this a new moon typically doesn't have that balance because the new moon is always together. But in this energy, we've got the North Node and the South Node, which are in opposite houses that we need to pay attention to, in opposite signs. So this is happening in your 12th house and 6th house. So we're talking about work and rest. We're talking about your spiritual routine and your daily routine in the 3D physical world. And this is an energy where you need to figure out, do you need to just let go of a shitty job? Like, if you just got a shitbag job that you just want to let go of because it doesn't have anything to do with your dreams, it doesn't have anything to do with what inspires you, it doesn't feel like it has something to do with what uplifts you spiritually, like your soul calling, what your soul is for. Like, do you feel like if you were to flipping knock on heaven's door like tomorrow, do you feel as though God would berate you because you've just been working on some dumb 3D shit and you just haven't been working on your soul's purpose? Like, do you have that feeling? Because if you have that feeling, then, you know what I'm saying, you've got a decision to make, Aries. You know what I'm saying? You've got a decision to make with your life. So I want you to focus on stepping into your creative imagination. I want you to focus on stepping into your spiritual calling. And yes, that's going to take some surrender. Now, you may be having a job that is actually sustaining you while you focus on making the shift. Because remember, this eclipse is more of a light opportunity because it's so far out. It's offering you a pathway to work towards that escape route. So you may still realize and think, okay, well, this little shitty job that I hate is keeping me sustained while I can get to a point where I can release that. And if it's a process that you're working through, then that's fine, because you're working towards your dreams and goals. But if you're just working in this like typical 9 to 5, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5, but if the job that you're working, or the way that you're serving people, the way that you're helping people, whether it's a service in a business or a job in a corporation and a company, if it's got nothing to do with your sole purpose, if it's got nothing to do with like what inspires you and feels like you're connecting to something deeper, then it's something that you need to consider letting go of. It's something that you just need to realize that, like, this is not, you're not going to be happy at the end of your life. God willing that you get a deathbed. Like, are you going to be able to look at yourself? Are you going to be able to have communion with your soul and tell your soul that you just let it down because you didn't have the fucking courage? You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have the fucking cojones to let go of something that just wasn't serving you. Is that what you're going to say to yourself? Is that what you're going to look in your soul and just say? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So this is the time for you to really step deeper into your spirituality. Are you paying attention to watching more videos about spirituality and manifestation? And are you paying attention to your subconscious limiting beliefs and your subconscious blockages? Because this is a great time for you to tap into your subconscious mind, focus on things like hypnosis. Are you getting a good sleep routine? Because your sleep routine may need to be fixed and healed right now. This is a great time for you to focus on releasing and letting go of, just releasing and letting go of things that don't serve you. And I know that sounds like some generic astrology shit, but this is actually that energy with the 12th house and the 6th house energy. 6th house is about service, things that serve you. 12th house is letting go. So, and that's where it's pointing towards. It's pointing towards the 12th house. So it's about letting go and surrendering and really cleansing out your subconscious mind. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. The Pisces New Moon eclipse is pointing into your 11th house. So this is really about focusing on building a dream team for you, Taurus. Pisces being the energy of the dreamer, the visionary, the creative. Like, do you have a team of people around you, friends, associates, alliances, who are helping you to build and manifest your dream? Now, with your Taurus energy, you've got the energy of the builder. So you're looking to build something of value. You're looking to build something lasting. You're looking to build something that is useful, that is a resource for people. And with the Pisces energy, you're really helping to tap into that dream. So I want you to focus on networking during this time, but with the right kind of people. You need to focus on going to either spiritual groups, creative groups, even things such as like video recording or music, or like going to musical events would be great for you during this time. Going to events where people love to do creative things such as video production, making beats, just things that help you to get out your creative side, but in a group. Because with the South Node being in your 5th house in Virgo, then this energy is really highlighting that your creativity is actually a tool for you. It's a vehicle for you. It's not something where you need to stay in terms of your own individual creativity, but you're taking that creativity and sharing it more with society, more with the collective, doing it more as a group energy. So is there any kind of group activities that you can do to make money right now? Because, you know what I'm saying, Taurus is all be thinking about their bag, you know what I'm saying, getting that security up and that. So what can you do creatively in a group setting to make some money right now? Can you set up your own musical event? Can you set up your own spiritual event? Can you set up a meditation event that is going to help people to heal and remove some limiting beliefs? Like, what is it that you can do creatively that can have like a group effect, that can have like a community effect? Focus on building your spiritual community and building your dream team right now, because you might need people to help you in building your dream. And that doesn't mean that doesn't diminish your value in any sense of the word. It just literally means that your dream is so big, your dream is so selfless, because you want to include other people to build it, and you want to include as many people that are going to receive value from this dream as possible, which means that you need help, which means that you need people that are going to be on your team and riding out with you. Virgo is also the energy of service, so it's like how can you get around creatives that are going to be able to help you? How can you get around creatives that are going to be able to put a plan together? And maybe in this energy right now, because the North Node, the direction that we're moving towards, is in Pisces, you may be a bit still cloudy on, or you may be more of the visionary side of things, but how the details and the plan comes together, you might need a little bit of help and assistance in this energy, or you've got the details together in the South Node energy, but you need to figure out, okay, cool, well, we need more creatives that are going to help this vision come true, that are going to help this dream manifest. So get around some people and start socializing more, even though Pisces energy kind of likes to be on its lonesome. In this case, it's not the case for you. You know what I'm saying? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, this is an amazing time for you where it's main character energy for you, Gemini. And you know, I know we would think that for Pisces, but the Pisces New Moon is happening in your 10th house on the MC. I always like to say MC is main character. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know what happens with main character? Main character has got fucking plot armor. If you don't know what plot armor is basically when, you know when you're watching a film and you know that the main character should realistically die, but obviously they're the main character of the film, so they're not gonna die, even though they're fucking fighting a dragon butt naked with a toothpick, and they're still gonna somehow figure out a way to beat this dragon. Like, this is what you're living in right now. You know what I'm saying? You're living in some plot armor energy where you're gonna use your mental agility and your communication skills to figure out how you're gonna convince the whole damn world that your dream is the greatest thing since fucking Hovis sliced bread. I don't even know if they have Hovis in America, you know what I'm saying? But if you're watching this from the UK, you know what the fuck we on, you know what I'm saying? I can't even remember if Hovis is the greatest bread. I don't even eat bread no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm a carnivore, gang. But anyway, let me get back to you, Gemini. So, because you're a mental dominant zodiac sign, then you're going to be using your communication and your mental abilities, your intelligence, to figure out different pathways to manifest your dream. And Pisces is the energy of the dreamer, but with that being on the energy of the 10th house, it's like things are finally coming to the manifestation of where you can see them visibly and outwardly. It's like your visualization is now having a greater sense of power. Do you know what I'm saying? When we're looking at the 10th house, we're saying we're looking at a powerful place in the birth chart. It's the top of the birth chart. It's where the fruit, the tree, like reaches up to the top. It's you at the height of your powers in terms of this energy. So what else are we looking at? Well, we're looking at you stepping into your dream career right now. We're looking at you stepping into creating your dream business and creating a business that is the manifestation of your creative vision and the ideals that you have. Now, with the South Node being in your 4th house, then it's like, okay, well, is your family supporting you? Do you have a support structure right now? Do you have do you have people who are helping you from behind the scenes? Now, sometimes it seems very opposite in terms of, okay, well, I'm focused on my career, I'm focused on building my dream business, focused on building that energy. But you also need to make sure that your home is in order to make sure that this is actually going to manifest for you. Because if your home is not in order, if your home is not organized, if your home is not clean and tidy, then it's going to fucking mess up the energy that you put outside into the world when you're trying to manifest your dream. Because that 10th house is like outside energy. It's like when you're showing up in, like, imagine Donald Trump on the stage giving a speech. That's like that outside 10th house energy. I'm not talking about outside going and fucking drinking and getting lit. Like, fuck that kind of outside energy. We're talking about business here, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about fucking getting some success up in this shit. So when you're talking about getting your success right, you need to make sure home and family is right, because home and family is always the foundations to all of your success. Now, you're also going to have to make sure that you're healing your emotions, because if you're not focusing on doing the emotional healing, when you try and go out into the world and manifest your dream vision, your dream business, your dream career, it's going to leak out, because Pisces is kind of like a leakage energy. It shows what leaks out. So it's almost like, think about a funnel, like Virgo being the healing emotions in the 4th house, and then they just like funnels it and leaks out, the pus just leaks out of your big spot, or your zit, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want pus leaking out into your business and into your career. You want to make sure you're emotionally healed. You want to make sure you've got an internal plan, and then you go out and make that successful in your career. Now, because the fourth house is very private, you may want to keep the details to yourself in terms of what it is that you're trying to manifest in the world, because, and it seems difficult because, like, well, I'm Gemini. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, because Mercury's in Pisces as well right now, communicate your overall vision to the world. But the details you might still want to keep private into yourself, because that helps you to keep some level of control where you may feel very vulnerable stepping into a brand new life. Cancer, you're stepping into a level of expansion during this time right now, and Mars has gone direct, so Mars is no longer retrograde up in your face. So this is really helping you to feel a lot more at ease with taking action towards your goals and really pushing outside of your comfort zone. And it's a great time because the Pisces New Moon moves into your 9th house, the energy of expansion, the energy of abundance. And it's really a spiritual time for you right now, Cancer, where you're able to connect with universal law, you're able to connect with the higher spirits, and you're able to connect with your higher self. And that begins to give you a greater level of belief in yourself, of how you're going to expand into becoming the best version of yourself, a greater level of belief in terms of how you can really not just expand outside of your comfort zone emotionally, but also location-wise. Like, do you need to go on a trip right now? Do you need to go on a pilgrimage, Cancer? Because to be fair, you've been going through a lot of shit right now, Cancer, recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mars has just been retrograde up in your face, up in your grill, just fucking up your emotional state. You know what I'm saying? It's making you fucking pissed off. Just pissed. You know what I'm saying? People just be saying, hi, fuck you. About hi. God. You know what I'm saying? Can't you see I'm going through some shit right now? I'm saying, hi. Hi yourself. Hi your mom. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so right now it's like, okay, you want to begin to start letting that energy go and letting it, you've ever heard the saying, let go and let God? This is really a great energy for you right now, to let go and let God, so that you can expand into your most abundant self and figure out, do you have some spiritual messages that you want to start teaching? Do you have a philosophy that you want to share with the world? Do you have a story that you want to share with the world? Because like I said, you can share your personal and emotional story right now. I know it feels very vulnerable, but that's actually very helpful right now. It's actually very healing, especially with the Virgo South Node in your 3rd house of communication. You want to have lots of healing conversations. Now, you might want to go and learn from a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide, spiritual guru, who is going to be able to help you to connect to your higher self, who's going to help you to believe in yourself and actually identify where some limiting beliefs may be holding you back or holding you stagnant. But in any case, this is going to be a great period of expansion for you. With Mars retrograde being over now, it gives you a lot of impetus and initiative to really push forwards and strive towards your goals and dreams that are a lot more expansive and a lot more abundant than perhaps they used to be in the past, where you might have shied away before. Now is the time where you're going to be a lot more assertive, because it's almost like when you go through some hard shit, you realize that, the universe actually does have my back, because there's no way that I could fucking, survive all of this shit. And you may just think, I'm done with my home location right now. I'm going to go on a trip abroad. I'm going to go on a pilgrimage and go to a spiritual retreat. I'm going to go and seek out a fucking spiritual teacher in Nepal or in Bali or in fucking, Indonesia. Like, just realize that your world is a lot more expansive than you believe it is right now. And as you expand your environment, you also expand your belief. As you expand your belief, you expand your environment. This is going to be great for you. Leo, this is an energy of transformation for you, Leo, but you have to believe that transformation is possible for you. You have to believe that you can overcome some of your fears and anxieties that you try not to let people see on the surface. And this is going to feel intense. There's going to be a lot of intense emotions that are coming up for you during this time right now, because in the energy of this 8th house transformation, do you have the ability to let go of it's almost like being the snake. And snake is good energy. Like, obviously in our culture, we've destroyed the energy of the snake because we think, oh, snake is someone that's like a backstabber, like a fucking traitor. But when we think about the snake, we think about a person who has lots of occult knowledge, lots of hidden knowledge, lots of secret knowledge, lots of secrets. Like, you may have lots of secrets about the people around you or about your environment right now that you feel as though, do you know what, this is not the right space or the right time to begin to start speaking on these secrets right now. And I think it's just something that I just need to hold tight and just be patient and bide your time. So you may feel as though you're almost biding your time right now and waiting for the right time to pounce. And Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is an energy where it is great for you, because Leo is incredible at timing. Because when we think about Leo, Leo is the energy of like comedians, and comedians have to have perfect timing to get the joke right. You know what I'm saying? To get that laugh. Leo is the energy of like the entertainers, the person who is stepping on the stage and you know what I'm saying, they have to come out just at the right time when the curtains draw back. So Leo is the energy of the lion or the lioness. When you think about lions and lionesses going hunting, they have to start sprinting at the perfect right time. Otherwise, if they sprint too early, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna alert the prey and the prey is gonna run off. If this, you know what I'm saying, they sprint too late, obviously the prey is already gone. So it's timing. You have to focus on your timing right now. And if you are able to tap into your spiritual flow, because Pisces is the energy of the cosmic flow, then you're going to be able to get that timing perfectly right and realize when your transformation is unveiling. So how do you get your timing right? Well, listen to music, tap into deep meditations, study spirituality during this time, embrace the occult energy, have some deep mystical sex that just feels so good that you're just lost in the moment. Anything that allows you to kind of get lost in that deep, intense moment is going to really help you to shed this energy. But this is also a time for you to actually be brave and courageous and face your fears and anxieties, face any kind of psychological blockages that you may be confronted with, or just maybe holding back and afraid of, because as you feel yourself stepping into this new level, it might just feel a little bit worried. But let me dive into something deeper. Virgo, the Virgo South Node, we're still on Leo. I noticed what happened there. The Virgo South Node is in your 2nd house, and that's the energy of your personal money and your personal resources now, and also your self-esteem and your self-worth. So in this energy, for you to transform, you need to focus on healing your self-worth. You need to focus on healing your self-esteem and improving it, and working on your money. Now you might be looking on putting your money to work also, because the 2nd house is money. Virgo is that working energy. So you're putting your money to work by investing it into something. So are you investing in something spiritual that is going to help you to actually have a better level of understanding, or a level that will help you to later on educate people as we move into the next stage, next season? Or are you investing in something that is going to help you to release and cleanse any limiting beliefs or any anxieties or fears that are holding you back? Are you investing in your transformation? Is basically what we're looking to dive into here. How much are you investing in your transformation? How much are you diving deep into the person that you truly want to become? This is really the energy that's going to show your belief, because Pisces is the energy of belief. So you can sit there and say all the affirmations you like in the mirror, like I believe in my transformation, blah, 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 blah. But you only believe in your transformation if you're investing in it. Like, period. I'm done with you, Leo, you know what I'm saying? But I wish you luck. Virgo, this is the opposite energy of Pisces, because right now, like, this is really focused on the Pisces New Moon Eclipse is really focused on your relationships right now. And with it being a solar eclipse, then it's also this energy of where the sun getting blocked out. It shows that your identity in relationships is really changing and really transforming during this time. So you may not feel the same way about how you approach your relationships during this time as you used to. And with the Virgo South Node being in your first house, well, are you limiting yourself in terms of relationships? Are you limiting yourself in terms of how you interact with others? Because this can be something that you need to confront about yourself, because relationships are always a reflection of ourselves. Because the seventh house, what the seventh house also shows is the shadow self. So it shows the energy of what we expect to happen in our relationships, or what we expect from other people, because we have not embodied that energy ourselves. So with Pisces being in the seventh house for you, then it really shows like that you want a person who is spiritually in tune, who is spiritually aligned, who is emotionally vulnerable, who is flexible and adaptable and fluid. Because one or more of those energies you haven't embodied and adapted in yourself. So that can be the Virgo South Node in your first that is really limiting you and holding you back in your relationships, because you're seeking that in somebody else because you haven't accepted it in yourself. So when you begin to start focusing on working on your own self-improvement, your relationships also improve. When you allow yourself to be emotionally and spiritually vulnerable with in your relationships and in your partners, then your relationships and yourself improves. It actually allows you to heal. Now, obviously, you have to still make sure that the relationship that you're entering into, that there's a safe space for you to be emotionally vulnerable. But you also don't want to make that your excuse. It's like, well, I wasn't emotionally vulnerable because he didn't make me feel safe to be emotionally vulnerable. Well, if you say that with every single person, then there's a fucking habit there and you're the problem. You get what I'm saying? So you have to realize when you are the problem, or when the healing needs to be done from you. Because remember, the South Node is the seed. The South Node is the seed. The North Node is the fruit. You know what I'm saying? The manifestation. So the seed where things begin is in your first house. The seed is you. So if your relationships are not going how you dream, how you envision, how you believe they should be going, Pisces energy, that is simply because, or one of the root cause, because the South Node is the root, is you. It's a self-improvement that you need to be doing and focusing on your own healing and how you are organizing your life and organizing yourself and organizing your own energy. So when you reorganize your own energy, when you remove the limits that are holding you back and keeping you stagnant, when you heal yourself and your identity, then you step into relationships with a greater sense of belief, a greater sense of emotional vulnerability, a greater sense of spiritual alignment. And then your relationships begin to improve. So let go of the identity of how your relationships have gone in the past, so that you can embrace how your relationships will manifest moving forward into the future. And this is what you need to focus on, Virgo. Libra. Now, Libra, this is an energy where you need to focus on working on your dreams. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you need to focus on working on your dreams right now. And there may be an opportunity that suddenly arises, and it's not going to be such as a forceful opportunity when there's like a really tight eclipse going on, but it's like an opportunity where you can potentially get your dream job, or you can potentially find a pathway where you can offer a service that feels more aligned with your spiritual calling. If you're in a business, you can offer a service that feels more aligned with your spiritual calling, offer a service that feels more aligned with how you desire to express your creative imagination, offer a service that feels more aligned with spiritual healing, because maybe you want to heal on a more spiritual and emotional level, or tap into even healing on a mental health level. So there's lots of new energies of how you can begin to start serving people in a way that aligns more with you on a spiritual calling than just trying to survive and get by on a daily basis. Now, Libra is the energy of alignment, which is great for a Pisces 6th house, because the 6th house is about your daily routine and Pisces is about flow. So if your daily routine feels fucking rigid, then you're not in alignment with the universal cosmic flow. And that's why things may feel fucked for you. You get what I'm saying? If they in fact do feel fucked for you. If they feel great for you, then you're probably in alignment with the spiritual flow and the cosmic flow of your daily routine. So how you live your day-to-day routine needs to be more intuitive right now. That's what the universe is calling for. It's calling for you to move more intuitively in your day-to-day routine. It's calling for you to be more creative in terms of how you express yourself on a day-to-day basis. Now, the 6th house is about maintenance. It's how you've been maintain yourself on a day-to-day basis. You can maintain yourself with a job. You can maintain yourself with services in your business. You can maintain yourself with regular exercise and a good diet. Now, if you're focusing on, if you don't maintain yourself correctly, then you get illness. So that's what comes from that. So if you're struggling with like colds or flus, or you feel blocked up, or you feel like you need like a lymphatic system cleanse, you feel like your waters are a little dirty, whatever that means for you. Do you feel like your periods are feeling heavier? If any of these things are true, then you need like a lymphatic cleanse right now, which will feel really healing for you. Deep tissue massage, lymph node massage, go into a spa, maybe a fast could be good for you, liquid fast, either juice, water, etc., teas, herbs. These things can be really good for you in terms of healing and cleansing. Now, you may want to begin to start adding more things into your daily routine that help you to stay in the flow, such as music, such as dance, such as painting and art. This can be a really artistic time for you because Libra and Pisces energy goes together really well for artistry. So even if it's got nothing to do with something that, like something's tickling my throat, maybe some spirits are trying to speak through me right now. But even if it's got nothing to do with like your like work and something that's logical and rational, it doesn't mean it's not good for you right now. Things that access an open creative channel for you on a daily basis are going to be really good for you. But here's the other thing as well. You need a balance between like a work-life balance, because the South Node in your 12th house is also about rest. That's the seed, that's the vehicle that's driving you forwards. The North Node is the destination, the South Node is the vehicle. The North Node is the fruit, the South Node is the seed. So if you're not getting enough rest, then your day-to-day life is not going to flow. So if you ever get those days where you just feel like everything's going wrong, it's because you're not getting enough rest, so you wake up not aligned with the universal flow. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes the energy of that sleep energy, like that Pisces energy, needs to send you some messages, send you some dreams. It needs to download some codes in you and unprogram and take out some codes out of you. So if you're not getting the sleep necessary, then you know what I'm saying? You're waking up and getting into your daily routine still fucked up with the old computer virus in your brain. So this is something that you need to focus on, making sure that balance is fully aligned, and realizing that once you focus on working on healing your mental health or maintaining a high level of a healthy mind, a healthy subconscious, then this is really going to help you into your day-to-day life as well. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, this is going to be a really creative time for you right now, where creativity just seems to flow for you. And like I got Scorpio, Sun, and Rising, you know what I'm saying? Creativity seems to be flowing for me right now. I'm creating a lot more YouTube videos, a lot more TikTok videos, Instagram videos, you know what I'm saying? So we rolling. We rolling. So it's a good energy. Now, there's going to be a lot more creativity for you in this energy right now. And it's also going to be an incredible opportunity for you to surrender and be vulnerable to love, to romance, and open your heart space. Now, how are you going to open your heart space? Well, you may need to go back into some childhood healing or some childhood cleansing because Pisces is an emotional sign, but it's also a sign of release and surrender. So what kind of emotions do you need to surrender from your past, from your childhood, that are holding you back from moving forwards into the new creative, confident, bold ass boss version of yourself. Because if you felt like you had to hide away, if you felt invisible as a child, then you may feel it might make it much more difficult for you to express yourself creatively and express your creative imagination and to tell the world about your dreams as an adult, because you just felt closed into a box when you're a child. But you have to remember something that's really important about this. You're no longer a child. Yes, the things have been programmed into your subconscious to some degree. Yes, you feel as though you've had some traumatic memories from childhood. That's okay, that's valid. Your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts are valid around that. But in the same sense, it's now time, Scorpio. It's now time for you to let go of those emotions. I know you remember when you first got your heart broken, and that stopped you from opening yourself up to love and being vulnerable to love. I know you remembered when you first told somebody about your creative dream and the things that you're visualizing, creating and manifesting, and people laughed at you and they thought you were crazy and they didn't support your goals and dreams. I know you remember that still. I know you remember the time when you took a risk on a vision that you had inside of yourself, but it just didn't pan out, or people didn't understand your creativity. It's time for you to let go of all of those memories, because they're taking up space in your creativity. They're taking up space in what you're here to create, in what you're here to manifest and put out into the world. Your whole attention needs to be on what you're trying to create, not on what you're here to, not on remembering the past. Now the South Node, the seed, the vehicle, the seed to the fruit of your North Node. The North Node is the fruit, the South Node is the seed. The South Node is in the 11th house. This is about community. This is about your audience, the audience that you're creating for. So, and Virgo is about service and helping. So when you focus your heart and your creativity on the audience and the people that you're here to serve, the kind of community that you're trying to build, the people that you want to heal and help and serve, this opens up your heart. It opens up your creative channels. It allows you to flow. And it allows your income to grow. You know what I'm saying? So in this energy, like, focus on community. Focus on building an audience. Focus on building a fan base. Focus on building a team of people who can help you creatively. All of this is going to help you to open up channels that can make you become the best version of yourself and allow you to open up your heart to love, because you're more confident about opening yourself up creatively. It can open you up to taking risks, which can open you up to creating a lot more success. And you might want to open up a new creative venture, take a venture on a potential new business, you know what I'm saying, or a new side hustle, but you just want to figure out, okay, does this audience like it right now? You know what I'm saying? Figure out that, do some tests, you know what I'm saying? But just let your creativity flow. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Sorry, I got something biting my lip. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is going to be a great energy for you to go internally and to really connect with source energy and connect with your intuition. And your intuition is going to be the thing that inspires you creatively to really serve the world, to really build an amazing career that helps the world, that helps people, that serves people, to really create a booming business that really serves and helps people, that's really useful and helps people to plan and organize and set themselves up. But you're going to have to start focusing this energy internally. Now here's the thing. Yes, the North Node is the fruit and the South Node is the seed, which means things do start in the South Node and move towards that North Node in Pisces. So you might find yourself going more private. You might find yourself going more personal. What you need to guard yourself against is taking what happens outside too personal. So if you're not getting the results that you want to get in your career, yes, look at what is happening internally or what you've done that might not be leading to the results that you desire, but do not take external worldly outcomes personally and like make it an emotional attack on yourself. Do not do that. Do not take the world's opinions of what you have produced personally and make it an internal attack. Just keep that level, keep that external. Put some healthy limits on that, which is Virgo energy. Put some healthy limits on how the external world affects your internal world. Even though they're connected, you have to make sure that there's some healthy limits on that. It's like when you're doing plumbing. Like, you have to make sure there's limits in how fast the water's going to flow out, or you're going to lose all the water or just flood the house. So you have to make sure that there's some healthy limits in terms of that energy. Now, this is also about you, Sagittarius, focusing on the dream home that you're here to manifest as well. Like, do you have a dream about owning your own home? Are you able to be creative in your own home and in your own space and in your own environment? You might be looking to take your work home with you because you're out at a career and you're out in an office, but you're figuring out, I don't want to be out here. I'm more creative from my home. I'm more creative from my bed or from my home office. This is going to be a great space for you right now to figure out how you can make that transition and work from home instead of working in a corporate office or working in a corporate career. Figure out how you can take your career home with you and begin to start being more creative from that space than you are out in the world when you don't really want to be out there because there's too many unhealthy distractions that are limiting you from realizing your full potential. But also realize as well that there's one part of figuring out, okay, how are you going to heal the world? But the other part is, how are you tapping into your intuition internally? How are you creating from an internal space? Yes, one part is how you're out there helping the world, but you also have to figure out how you're nurturing yourself spiritually and realizing, is your career aligned with what fulfills you spiritually internally? That's a question you need to answer yourself, because I can't answer that question for you. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn, this is an energy where you're really focused on how you're able to communicate your vision right now. I know that you're oftentimes very structured and very disciplined. Sometimes you could be very reserved and guarded in terms of what it is that you're looking to let off. So you may be very guarded and protected about communicating your vision and communicating your dreams, because you don't know what kind of flipping asshole is going to be talking some negative shit on your visions. And you're already a little bit scared about flipping leaning into that vision a little bit. So you don't want some other people's negativity getting into your head about that. But use that structure and ordered energy to make sure that you're guarded about speaking to the right people about your vision. And that includes like your brothers and sisters if you've got siblings in this energy. Are your siblings the right people to talk to about your vision? Do you have a specific sibling that will be best to talk to about your vision, and one that you need to swerve and avoid because you know that they're fucking just a negative motherfucker? Figure out that energy of how you can speak to the right people and get your dreams met. Realize the third house is also going to be focusing on your local community. Can you begin to start doing some more things in your local community that can help to advance your visions and help to advance your dreams and help you to express your creativity, especially how you're expressing your creativity mentally and your dream, the ideas you have for your dreams and how you visualize that. The south node is going to be in the 9th house, so that's the seed. The north node is the fruit of what the destination you're moving towards, and the south node is the seed or the vehicle. So you might need to be investing back into education right now, or investing into a teacher that can help you to figure out, well, what is the best way for you to communicate your dreams? What is the best way for you to teach and educate your dreams? Maybe you've got a teacher from the past and you can begin to start getting some big picture ideas of how you can communicate your spiritual lessons and spiritual teachings to your students, the 3rd house energy. So if you're looking into stepping into teaching right now, then how can you learn from the philosophies and the big picture of the education that you've been through in the past to help you to structure your spiritual ideas or your creative classes that you're going to teach on to your students and other people? And do you have some limiting beliefs with the Virgo South Node in the 9th house that makes you feel as though you're struggling to think, are you good enough to teach right now? Are you ready to teach right now? Yes, you are ready to teach right now. The Virgo energy is about taking baby steps towards your goals, taking just making sure that you're progressing step by step. So just break it down into an organized plan. Do you get what I'm saying? What I say with the Virgo energy, because that Virgo South Node in the teaching house for you, what I say with Virgo energy is don't try and get every detail figured out. Just get enough of a plan that can help you get started. Just get enough of a plan where you can start. Do you get what I'm saying? That's all you need. Now, what else are we going to? So once you get your teaching plan together, if you want a teacher or guide, or once you figure out what teacher or guide you need that can able to help you, then you can begin to start getting out there and communicating. So the third house is all about sharing your ideas. So share your vision, share your spiritual ideas, but make sure you're sharing it in the right space. Make sure you're entering into the right communities, the right localities that are going to help you to help your ideas be accepted. And also make sure that you're focusing on your self-talk right now, because if your self-talk is negative, it's going to kill your self-belief, and that is the worst enemy of Pisces energy. So focus on getting your self-belief right now and talking to yourself in a better way. Aquarius, right now you're focusing on making money in a way that is aligned with your spirituality, in a way that is aligned with the things that you truly believe in. You know, like being a visionary and being a dreamer is not always easy. Sometimes you've got some belief patterns that may be holding you back, like a starving artist, or you can't make money off of that, or, you know what I'm saying, that's some weird shit. I'm saying, like with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you know what I'm saying, you've been the outcast certain times. You've been the one who's different from the rest. But that's just the reason why you're the person who is here to bring forth this prophecy, why you're the person who is here to make money off of this, off of the vision, of the dream that you have available for people. You can see things right now that other people can't see. Now, here's the thing. Sorry, I heard some noise. I thought the iguana was coming down. We have an iguana that comes down on this tree sometimes. Here's the other thing. Pisces is about leakage energy. So you have to ask yourself right now, where is your money leaking out? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, look at your finances, look at your spends, and realize, where is money leaking away? Where is money just dripping away and you know what I'm saying? And like, just, you know what I'm saying? You're thinking, where did that money go? Why am I broke again? You know what I'm saying? Why do I not have as much money as I thought I did? Like, this is where you need to figure out where these leakages are happening. But also, if you want to get your vision started right now, with the South Node in Virgo being in the 8th house, you have to look and think, where can you get investment? When is the last time you spoke to your bank? Could you go to your bank with a plan and get your bank to invest in a creative vision that you have ready to set up? Could you go to somebody close to you who is willing to invest in something? Is family willing to help? Invest in your vision, invest in your dream. If you can go to them with a solid plan. I'm being specific about the solid plan because Virgo is about specificity and the plan. And Virgo's South Node is the seed, the vehicle. So the seed and the vehicle to get your shit started right now may be some investment. It may be going all in, because the 8th house is about intensity. So if you've not gone all in on your vision so far, then maybe that's the reason why your vision is not manifested. Maybe that's the reason why you're not making as much money as you desire yet. Or maybe that's the key to get you to your dream level of finances, is going all in. Do you get what I'm saying? Really investing in what it is that you're here to do. Really investing what it is that you're here to create. Now, your self-esteem is also going to be closely connected to your self-belief right now. So do you believe in the creative vision that you're here to manifest? Do you believe in what you're here to bring to the world? Do you believe in what you're here to build? Realize the 2nd house is about money, but it's also about the asset that you're here to build. You're here to build a fucking money-making asset, but also an asset to the world. So your creative imagination is an asset to the world. Your spirituality is an asset to the world. Your belief in yourself and your belief in the future that you're here to bring, the new reality that you're here to bring in, your prophecy that you see, all of this is an asset to the world. Now package it up, put it in a format that it can flow to the people, and the fucking dough will flow to you. what I'm saying? So if you're still watching, link is in the description to book a reading, apply for mentorship, or to join the Astro Academy. I appreciate you. Peace.